All right, guys, welcome back. What we're tying today, we're going to tie olive scud. You can tie this pattern in green or brown. What we're tying on today is a Umpqua U202. It's in a size 10, 1X short, 1X strong. We have 10 wraps of 0.015 lead-free wire on there. Thread we'll be tying with today is an Ultra Thread UTC 170 in black. The shell back that we're using today is olive speckle 1/8. The rib for the fly, we're going to use mid-sized larva lace. And for the dubbing on this fly, this is a small clump of olive scud with a little touch of bighorn orange. If you don't have scud dubbing, you can always use olive antron with a small pinch of tan antron. All right, let's get started. Come in a couple hook eyes behind. Start that thread wrap and carry it through your lead or your lead-free wire. Secure it, pull it to the front. Now we're going to start to build that taper. You can always add more lead to this. It's going to be heavy enough as it is. It's going to sink pretty good. What this scud pattern imitates is small freshwater crustaceans. You can call it shrimp, you can call it scud, you can call it whatever you want. It's the same thing. And we're going to come in and clip out that tag end. I'll leave that tag in on the ones where I run that body kind of long on purpose. It helps keep my hooks from bouncing around. And we're going to come in with our 1/8 olive speckle. I'll tie that in just behind your lead. Take a couple securing wraps and then give it a little stretch all the way down there. Important thing to remember when you're tying flies like this is the order of the material, the way the order of the material is going to go in. You don't want to tie in your rib last if it's, you know, it's the second material to be used. You make it hard. Sometimes it'll get away from you that way. All right, I'm gonna come in with our dubbing. I'm gonna build a nice tapered noodle here. So a little thinner at the base, and as you get across the top where those lead wraps are, you want it to thicken up a little bit. What I like to do if I'm going to make just a standard dubbing noodle like this is I won't run a whole lot. I like to be able to control what I'm working with. That way I can get a nice build up. And then if it starts to unravel a little bit, you can just give it a couple quick pulls. Now you don't want to run your dubbing noodle all the way out. You want to leave a little bit there for you to tie into. This is probably going to be just about enough to finish the fly. It's one of those patterns that it does really well. You can fish this in rivers or in lakes. It'll do good in both places. Yep. All right, if you put too much on there, you can always just come in, pinch that out, pull it to the back. Leave room. You don't want to pull this dubbing noodle too awful tight. We're going to come in and pick out this bottom right here. Make this look like legs. All right, so now we're going to grab our scud back. Get it centered over the fly. Give it a little stretch. Come in. Catch that in. Trim your scud back out. And you're going to counter wrap with your larva lace. Not hard wraps, just nice controlled even spirals. If you don't have larva lace, you can use a piece of clear monofilament. That works just fine. But we don't want to put it in too awful tight because we're going to, like I said a while ago, we're going to come in and pick that out. give it the illusion of legs. Slowly build that head up. There we go. Come in, snip out your rib. Come in, a couple whips. One more time. Got a burr on this whip finish tool. Just noticed that it made it flare out a little bit at the end. It'll be time to polish that down. I usually use something like 800 grit sandpaper and just work it through the point here. Yeah, it starts getting boogered up a little bit. All right, now you're gonna come in with your bodkin and you're just gonna slowly pick this stuff out just across the bottom. And that's gonna give it that impression of legs. And with that, you have an olive scud. Tie up some of these, give them a shot, see if they work for you in your local waters. Until next time, like, share, subscribe. If you got fly you want to see in the vise, like I always say, leave it in the comments below. We'll get around to putting that in there. I'm usually pretty quick to read comments or anything you guys got to say. Share this with your friends.